The economy is crashing, and I'm going to give you 410,000 reasons why you need to understand money. Most people don't understand money, or they have a very limited understanding of it. Also, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. This is my book. You can get it on Amazon, Kindle, and Audible. It's been a bestseller. Uh, Many testimonials now, many millionaires as a result of reading my book, taking my mentorship. Highly urge you to get involved and get on that train. You can't risk $10. Give me a break. Anyways, uh, so the check that you just saw, and I want to, I never like to mislead, uh, but that $410,000 check, that was actually me just pulling the remainder out of a line of credit. A lot of my properties are 100% paid for, but I will pull a line of credit on some. And that was probably the last 25% of that line of credit. It's like it was $1.6 million line of credit on a property that I paid $300,000 for. That's now worth about maybe $5 million, to be honest. And so I actually could be pulling $3 million out of that account. But last time I created a line of credit a couple of years ago, it was worth roughly, it's like a drive-by appraisal, which means not a super serious appraisal, because I wasn't asking for a ton of money. I got $1.6 million on a $3 million appraisal. Anyways, this is the stuff you need to wrap your mind around. I don't care if you just started watching the channel or if you've been here for a while. Go get an amortization schedule. In fact, if you can get an amortization schedule a book, okay, that will allow you to play with interest and numbers and principal and interest, and it will give you a very good understanding of money, and it'll give you a perspective in a way that a lot of you probably don't necessarily have. So the reason I pulled that remainder out of that account, that 410,000, is I'm paying cash for a house this week, the one I told you I'm going to make 100 grand on, paying 300,000 cash for that house. It shows it's worth about 450-ish. Whether I'm going to sell it to one of my kids or whether I'm going to just flip it and make 100 grand, I haven't quite decided yet. Probably flip it right away, to be honest. I don't know. It's really nice. In fact, I got a video. I'm going to follow up with this. I'll walk you through the house. I'll wait till it closes. It's going to be a couple days. Hey, hit that thumbs up if you would, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. I will share with you everything I possibly can, and I don't care. I have a mentorship, FlipAnything USA. You can go in there. You can watch the testimonials. People just like you and me. Regular folks that have hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars now, like, hey buddy, Liam right here, guys that have hundreds of thousands of dollars more in their bank than they had months ago. And you're gonna like that video, by the way, Liam. In fact, I think I mentioned you in it, because me and Liam's a carpenter like I am, and we were talking about the benefits of putting in a wooden floor to fill a void of a sunken living room, as opposed to pouring concrete. And he is right; he could save some money there. But I just pour concrete. It's simple, and I usually am pouring concrete around the outskirts as well. So it just kind of economies of scale. I'm going to be using more concrete anyways, and in the whole neighborhood. So anyways, so that $410,000 though that I just pulled out, the reason I'm pulling it out is originally I think I had a 4% line of credit. We've had 2 Fed raises in the rate. This one I got lazy on. Most of my stuff I got fixed. This one's a little bit of an older line of credit. I wasn't paying attention. You should always pay attention, and I am paying attention now, right? So I called them and I said, hey, what if I want to roll this into a term loan, meaning a term loan, not a line of credit? And by the way, folks, revolving line of credit, don't forget that. That's some of my students wouldn't even like me sharing that with you. But a revolving line of credit is very important. It allows you to pay it back. In other words, you borrow against it, you make your money, say I take $500,000 out, buy something, make 700,000, or I get 700,000 back, make 200 grand, whatever. I put all that money back, and then I still got the 200,000 left to play with. In other words, I can keep recycling. I can keep grabbing that money, pay it back when I don't need it, grab it when I need it. That's what I do. Grab it when I need it. You've got to make money. It's a really big tool, and you need to understand that if you want to be really, if you want to scale, as they say, right? It's super important you understand that. And you'll learn all about that in my book, and you'll certainly learn a lot about it in the mentorship. There's all kinds of tricks. I've been doing this 40 years, and I don't want to beg anybody to do it, but man, there's just so many shysters out there, and I know a lot of you are jaded. So all I kind of do is I kind of plead with the jaded people, the people that think, ah, man, this sounds eerily familiar. Like it might sound like one of the goofballs that entice you with a bunch of bullshit and then try to get you to take the equity out of your home in to invest with them. Grant Cardone, absolutely one of the worst. You're going to see a good video come from me pretty soon on Grant. Grant is somebody that if you listen to his advice, you lose your ass. If you sold your home when he told you to sell your home, you left money on the table. If you converted that asset into, imagine selling your home and then all of a sudden things go up 200 grand and you lost that, and you took maybe the 50 that you had and you gave it to Grant, and then shortly after that Grant's in all these lawsuits, and you know what I mean, scary stuff. And then he even claims he's going bankrupt, tells everybody, hey, guess what, I'm going bankrupt. Real funny. You got people's money in your hand, you got people that just sent you money to get in one of your partnerships, and then you joke that you're bankrupt. Totally unbelievable. Listen, Grant Cardone, fantastic salesman, but he is like, and he should give everybody absolute hope to being successful. I don't like how he does it, to be quite honest. I think he's a good salesman. I think he started out great, but extrapolating that experience into him being a good investor is a bit of a joke, and I think it's very disingenuous. And now he's buying homes and doing the exact opposite of what he told people not to do. In fact, you're going to really enjoy that video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications button, and you're going to love it, because this is coming on Grant. Also have one coming on Chris Crone. I mean, these guys just load you up. I mean, all you got to do is watch one video and you go, geez, where do I start? So many stupid things here. Anyways, back to the money. Here's a quick example, and I use this one often. I bought a building not long ago, $400,000 down, $1.6 million. So I put $400,000 down, and the building at day one, actually I paid cash for the building. I paid $1.6 million for the building, and the building was giving me $145,000 a year income. That's a 9.25% return on $1.6 million. Well, then I went ahead and sucked most of the equity out of it. I took another $1.2 million out of it, and I borrowed that money at 4%. So now I'm making 5.25 on 3/4 of that on 1.2 million, because I'm paying the bank now 4%. That allows me to make I'm paying them 4. That lets me make 5.25% on the $1.2 million, but I'm still making 9.25 on my 400,000 equity that I personally have. That still equates to $100,000 a year income, with me having 1.2 million cash in the bank to, guess what, do stuff like I'm doing this week, throwing $300,000 down, buying a house worth $450, throwing $450,000 down to buy a house that's worth $900, which I also did, buying a couple more houses at $300 and $320 for houses that are in upwards of $500,000. Those are the kinds of things that you can do. Now, what will happen when I sell one of those homes? Well, there's money there. There's money there. There's also profit. There's profit there on the investment. So now what do? I want to not sell that property. It's fairly liquid because it's a house, and I can sell it at a good deal. I can, I get so much money I'm making on it that I can make somebody a very good deal, and I can be better than everybody else's deal in the market. Well, why would I do that? Well, I don't even put it up for sale yet. I go find me another building that I want to buy for $1.6 million, or for maybe $3 million. If it's $3 million, maybe I'll sell 2 of these houses and get $700,000-800,000, and that will be my down payment. So what I do is I go find the deal. You find the deal. This is how you find the deal. Okay? And the mentorship. Go to FlipAnythingUSA.com and you'll get a better grasp of what I'm talking about. People that are in the mentorship know exactly what I'm talking about. You get the deal, then you go back, and now you can sell one of these semi-liquid assets that you have, a home, and You can sell it. You can even sell it under market because the delta from what you paid for it is so great that you've got that to pull from. You've got that to play with. So I am certain that I can sell the house in time for the down payment to buy the buildings that I want. And the main thing is I may already have the cash in the bank, but I want the money from these houses because houses are great for making money on a flip. They're not so good for cash flow. So I sell the house or houses, take that, roll that straight into the purchase, and now I'm making again another 100 grand a year. I'll get a 25% return on that money. If I put $400,000 down, I'll get a 25% or 24% roughly return on cash, which comes out about $100,000 because of the borrowed money. Now that equation is changing a little bit because the interest rate has gone up a little bit. But even if I did that same deal, that I did, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, if I did it today, even still with the 9.25, I'd lose a 1.25%, 1% on 1.6 million, so 16,000. I would have made on the cash part of it. I still would have made $128,000 a year. As far as the return on cash, I would have made probably around $86,000 a year on my 400 grand. Still not bad. Anyways, look, anybody got any questions? Let's hear. I'm parked here. Let's take a look. So, Liam says, helping my daughter and son-in-law buy their first house right now. In contract for 218, bank appraised for 310. Now this is awesome. And now this is one of my students, by the way. Carpenter like me. Fantastic. Congratulations, buddy. Really glad to hear it. Conrad Jones. Hey, Tom, congratulations on all the tremendous success in real estate. Thanks, Conrad. Appreciate that. Track Runner. How does equity work if you want to pull it out of your house? And what is the downside of it? Man, that is a big question, dude. But just watch more videos or get in the mentorship. Get the book. Get out the book. Get the book. It's too big a question to answer right now, buddy. But the bottom line is I just kind of explained it. So maybe you already got your answer. Where are you keeping your money that you use to flip your houses with? In buildings. I buy more stuff. That's why I just showed you. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you or bullshit you. I just showed you a $410,000 check. That's pulled out of an equity line. That's me taking some of the equity out of one of my properties to buy something that is a fantastic deal. That's how you get rich. That's how you get rich. You make money on the bank's money. And you utilize your equity to the full advantage of that you can. So anyways, hey guys, I am got to go meet my daughter at another piece of property I'm looking at buying. Like Liam here, I might be helping her buy a house. In fact, I know I am. But that's my next thing to do. And thanks, Jorge. Glad you enjoyed it. Hey, congrats, Liam. That's one of the best things is being able to help friends, being able to help family, and just having the power to do that. How many times you found yourself in a situation where somebody needed financial help and you'd like to help, but you couldn't do it. It sucks. Anyhow, turn that around. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel. You want to help the channel. And we'll see y'all later. Take care.